All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mancave and Chill episode number 2. And for those of you that don't know, I am your host, Abel, and I am just a bachelor looking for a partner, in case you wanted to know. Anyway, moving down the list, live from the Man Cave, he's laughing his ass off. Leo, how we doing, Leo?
Okay, what's going on, peoples?
Hey, yo. Man in the chair, Aaron, what's up?
Yo, what up, what up?
Yep. Big Chase, Brooklyn, how we doing?
What it do?
Nothing. And the nicest guy on the podcast, Charles, what up?
What's going on, guys?
Oh, man, we doing good. So we got an episode 2 of Mancave and Chill. What are we streaming? Is it old? Is it new? Who we hanging out with? No, we're not going to talk about who we're hanging out with. But for those of you that haven't already, this is the Mancave101 Podcast. We talk about all things nerdy and some things dirty. So please like, comment, and subscribe on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. With that being said, we're gonna let you know what we're watching, what's Man Cave approved, and what is streaming, and what's out there. So I'm gonna start with a throwback, and then I'm gonna start with a new one. The first one I am watching is Lost on Hulu. Now this came out, I don't know, it's got to be like 8-10 years ago at this point. I believe it went on for 6-7 seasons. One of like the most popular shows out there on ABC. It was about a oceanic flight 815 crashing onto an island, and on that island, shit got weird. Anything from smoke monsters to the Dharma Initiative, what's in the hatch. There's a lot of cultural things in there that really popped up. All in all, just like you think it's going to be one thing, and it's just going to be about a crew, a bunch of people landing on an island and stranded, and then it turns into people killing people, and you finding out that people are murderers, and there's people that were already on the island, and then there are people that try and find the island, and then you find out it's supernatural. So you go from a plane crash to a sci-fi thriller, and it gets a little wild. So with that being said, the next thing I'm going to talk about briefly that I'm waiting to get into is Trainwreck Woodstock 99 on Netflix. Now let me ask you guys, do you like drugs? Do you like do you like concerts? Did you think Woodstock 69 when it first started was about peace and love? And then did you want it to turn into gratuitous violence, setting on fire, and all types of other types of things going on? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Trainwreck Woodstock 99 is for you. And just to give you an idea on what the names of the episodes are, so this is a documentary. It's a 3-part documentary. Every episode's about an hour long. And here are the names of the episodes. Episode 1 is How the Fuck Did That Happen? Episode 2 is Kerosene Match Boom. And episode 3 is called You Can't Stop a Riot in the 90s. Now, we're talking about hundreds of thousands of people, and even from the security aspect, we have a couple of bouncers here. Imagine trying to stop 200,000 people on a skeleton crew. It's not going to happen, right? So it pretty much goes through what was different about this Woodstock versus, the peace and love that was back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and how this one just became completely out of control and just basically a riot. So highly recommended. And both of these are Mancave 101 approved. So with that being said, let's go to Chase.
Good evening, folks. So we're going to talk about The Informer on Netflix. So you guys tell me, what do you do when you turn informant, go undercover, and get accused of killing a cop who's undercover? And now your bosses from the undercover have basically walked away from you, and the street bosses that you work for now want you to leave your family and go to prison for the next 5 years so you can control their drug trade. I don't know, but this is what happens on The Informer, and I'm not going to tell you the rest. Go check it out. It looks pretty good. I liked it. I think you're going to like it too. Next.
Excellent. We got Leo.
What's up, people? All right, I got some straight up man food for you. It's The Extraction with Chris Hemsworth. If you guys don't know who Chris Hemsworth Hemsworth is. You guys have been living under a fucking rock. So he did this movie back in 2020. He plays a mercenary, and he plays a mercenary for hire that has nothing to lose. So he works a syndicate boss, a high level boss, gets thrown in jail, and he sends him to go retrieve his son before the other gang members find him and try to kill him, or hold him for ransom because he's the big boss, and they want all his territory and all his money and power before he gets before he gets to locked up, and all this other situations happen in the movie. But Chris Hemsworth goes crazy in this movie. It's a great movie, and it's a little bit of a tearjerker at the middle to the end, but it's straight action, nothing but it's nonstop. It's not nonstop, but it's perfectly leveled action in it, and it's on Netflix, and it's Man Cave approved.
Nice.
All right, let's go to Charles. Nice guy on the podcast. What do we got, Charles?
Oh wow! So I have something really interesting because this show was actually told to me by a friend of mine. His name is Joel, and he put me onto this show called Banshee. Now, this show was definitely something under the radar. It was on Cinemax back in 2013, and the guy that was playing the lead is actually Anthony Starr, who is Homelander in The Boys, and that's where I originally saw this guy, and I knew from there that this guy needs to do something big. The show is only 4 seasons. It's basically about a master thief who he does these like really high level jobs, working for this like gangster in the shadows. And what happened is that he falls in love with one of the other thieves, this woman, and they want to do this one last score, and something goes wrong, obviously, and he goes to prison. He sacrificed himself so she can, be free, and he goes to prison. He gets out only to find out that she's gone. She's reinvented herself. She has a new life already, and she's married and everything. And so this life that he thought, this sacrifice that he did, he thought that he was going to come back to his real life, getting out, and come to find out his life is no longer what he thought it was going to be when he got out. And so what happens is that he happens to come to the town, and something ensues. I won't get into detail, but he actually assumes the identity of the sheriff from Banshee. The town is called Banshee, and he assumes this sheriff. And so it's kind of like Axel Foley, Eddie Murphy, where Eddie Murphy was a guy who understands crime, and he did crime, and now he's a cop, so he understands the way things work on the other side of it. But he's a police officer, so it's kind of that same kind of thing where he's acting like a sheriff, but he's actually doing sheriff things. So it's interesting, and it goes deeper than that. But I just wanted to give you guys just a little synopsis of it. But I think you guys would definitely enjoy it. It's only 4 seasons, and it's done, so it's not long. And I think it's only 8 to 10 episodes each season, so it's not bad. All right, so I will say that is definitely a Man Cave approval.
Hey, yo. All right. Last but not least, hey, Aaron, take us home. What are we watching?
Yo. All right. So I got you guys with a recent ad on Netflix. I'm going to talk about Day Shift, starring Jamie Foxx. So I will say in this movie, there is Jamie Foxx as the main character. Dave Franco's in the movie. Snoop Dogg, Megan Good. Hit me with a passion alert, please. Thank you.
Hey, yo.
And there are also a couple. I think Carla Souza is her name. She plays like one of the main villains in the movie. She's actually very good as well.
Mm-hmm.
Give you a quick rundown of the movie. Basically, Jamie Foxx he's when the movie starts, you think he's kind of like a pool guy, so to speak. He like goes around fixing people's pools and setting them up. But in reality, he's a vampire hunter. And basically, he's doing this because when he can collect the vampire's fangs, he sells them for a lot of money. And his family, obviously, there's a whole family element to this. There's a reason why he's trying to get money quickly. I don't want to give up too much of the plot because I don't want to ruin it for anybody who potentially wants to watch it. But it gets deep into his family and stuff like that. I will say, this is just full honesty, disclosure. The plot is kind of your typical kind of vampire movie-ish. It kind of goes the way you would think vampire hunter hunts vampires. There's a personal vendetta, blah, 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 all that stuff. But what I will say, the reason why I would like to say you guys should probably go see it, and I will call it Man Cave approved, is if you like gratuitous violence. Because from the start of this movie to the end of this movie, there is continuous gratuitous violence. And you know how we feel about gratuitous violence here on the Man Cave podcast.
Yeah.
We say it every
freaking video.
Yeah.
So,
Excellent gratuitous violence at that.
yeah, I mean it's very well done. A lot of shotgun blasts, machine guns, swords, vampire slashes, everything start to finish. So yeah, I mean, to me, Man Cave approved. Check it out on Netflix. It's been out since August 12th. So yeah, check it out. It's on top 10 this week actually on Netflix. So go for it.
All right, nice. So with that being said, this has been Mancave and Chill episode 2. Ladies, gentlemen, what are you watching with your person, or maybe not watching with your person? Hey, yo, so from us at the Mancave 101 podcast, who like to get dirty and nerdy, it is Aaron, Charles, myself, Abel, Big Chase, and Leo. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. With that being said, we will see you on the next one. Take care. Give me my outro.
Peace.